Tell me, you living in a king size bed? Why your kids sleeping on the shelf? Alright, what's good? YouTube about to post a late night video. Hey, I done got some new style on you boys. Oh, I done got some new style on you boys. Woo! I done got some new style on you boys. What? What, your boy done up the game. This how y'all be wearing y'all fits. Quan, you feel me? Hey.
Crammed with a family of 12. Add in pets, locked in cages, and children stuffed into actual shelves. This is just the beginning of TikTok's evilest van life families. And no one proves that better than the family of Caravan, who first went viral for one absurd reason. Family of 12? How do you even live? Well, the entire family lived in a single Airstream. The younger
It's either y'all mama was just giving it out, or you and your mama and your dad was too freaky. Which one?
brother had a bunk under which 2 daughters slept, while another 3 shared a table converted to a bed. The baby had his crib, although another sibling had just a couch. Oof, the couch? That's rough. But what wasn't rough was the massive bed the parents slept in. Still, the couch was an upgrade, because the remaining 2 kids slept directly on the floor. I saw a kid on the couch and was like, damn, that's rough. And then I saw the literal child on the floor. Comically, after the backlash, the parents miraculously found a blow-up mat in the closet, later revealing the van was just for a holiday, except the way the kids slept in their actual apartment was somehow even worse, though still definitely better compared to the red, white, and Bethune. Over 50,000 people have agreed to call CPS on them, and their first viral video shows exactly why. The family lived in this bus, and their kids had bunk beds to sleep on. Though, if you looked closely, they were really just shelves. I've seen prison cells bigger than this. If space was a currency,
I'll be dang if my bed was a shelf. Hey, my bed is over there. It's broken and everything, but it ain't a shelf.
these kids would be bankrupt. Yet the father lay on one, defending it as spacious. Meanwhile, the parents, of course, had a king-size bed.
Why we put a king-size bed in our
Oh, hell no. I gotta grab my book bag for this one. Oh, hell. You mean to tell me you living in a king-size bed? Why your kids sleeping on the shelf? Come on, gang.
bus is because it's our lounging area.
But the kids didn't even get a ladder, just some grips on the shelves. And instead of a proper desk, they had this tiny table for studying, because the only real one was reserved for editing TikToks. And as if living like that wasn't already punishment, they were actually punished and humiliated online for not helping with the van.
Molly chose not to do her chores, and if our kids don't do their chores, they have consequences.
Yet according to the father, it was completely justified.
Yes, our kids have consequences. Yes, if they don't do the chores, they're gonna have to pay.
And to the trolls, keep on talking shit, and I'm gonna keep on posting.
But this was just the beginning of the problems, because they had another van for holidays, and somehow it was even worse. This one had 2 tiny bunk beds and a couch where one of the kids had to sleep, because once again, the main bed was for the parents. And if it seemed like the kids didn't have space, they also had 4 massive dogs crammed inside cages.
Oh, hell no. This shit just getting worse. It just keep getting worse and worse, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If I was some dogs, I'm running away, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm running away, bro.
Why do you have dogs when even your kids don't have space? And that wasn't wrong. Their bathroom didn't even have a door, which all 5 of them used regularly. You guys should at least upgrade to a bigger van. It's bad for the kids. Yet it seemed like the parents didn't care much. Unlike the family of nomads, who were considered the only van family with enough space, since their RV had everything a house needed, plus obviously a king-size bed for the parents. And no surprise, people called it the dream life, until they posted this video. It gave a tour of the kids' room, and the strange part being that their oldest daughter, Addison, was a teenager. Addison has no privacy, I can tell. What's the point of a nice van if your teenager still doesn't get privacy? Well, after all the backlash, they added these curtains.
I'm pretty certain there's no such thing as a 4-bedroom camper, but we did install these curtains over each of their bunks so they have a little bit of privacy.
But this was just the tip.
Come on, bro. That's not nothing, bro. What if she want to be naked sometimes? What if she want to be on the phone with her boyfriend sometimes? They playing with each other. They talking to each other, freaky and junk. And her siblings just downstairs watching Bud Skibbity jump. You feel me? Like, what if she just on that type of shit? Like, what? Like, you feel me, y'all?
Of the iceberg. All 3 kids were homeschooled, but in the name of education, it mostly meant roaming around national parks because the parents believed that was better than going to school.
Field trip, and so a lot of what the kids do is by learning from experience. So for example, today we went to a national park and they completed the Junior Ranger program, and it's incredibly educational. Also, they're learning history from visiting different places around the country and seeing and experiencing things, and I really feel like they retain more of the information that way. So we do school year round, and days that we are not going out and exploring, they do a traditional homeschool curriculum, and then the days that we're exploring, we still count those as school as well.
So only American history? LOL. These kids will struggle with social skills. School isn't just about studying, yet the parents' focus was on life skills, like teaching how to clean a nasty rat cage.
We live in a camper and our 3 kids have 3 pet rats, and I would be absolutely lying to you if I said that it does not smell bad. Usually it's the kids' job to clean the rat cage, but about once every month or 2, my husband and I will clean it, and it just gets really gross.
Naturally, people concluded Addison wasn't exactly happy, especially when this is what she asked for on her birthday.
For Addison's 15th birthday, the only thing they wanted was to go to a hotel.
Addison mentions liking doors in the video twice, a hint of them having less privacy in the camper. Although the mother tried to defend everything by posting this.
A lot of people ask us if they
Y'all gotta think, I'm a teenager, bro. I know what these teenagers want nowadays, bro. They don't want to just be in that room cracked up with their siblings. She probably don't even want to be in that RV. She want to be on the phone with her man. Feel me? She don't want to be in an RV cracked up with a whole bunch of kids all day. Feel me?
kids actually enjoy traveling full time and living in the camper. And I will have to say that while we were at the RV show in Tampa this week, Grace and Addison both went around and looked at campers because their plan is when they move out, they want to live in a camper together and travel the country.
Until another post revealed the reality was much darker. I'm a teen in a full-time RV vlogging family, and I hate it. I hate being homeschooled. I hate not having a social life. I hate having so little privacy. We travel full-time. I know it sounds like a dream. I thought so too, but it's an effing nightmare. 90% of our time is spent inside the RV, which is a living hell in itself. It's all fake, by the way. I'm frustrated all the time, tired all the time, bored all the time. Please stop supporting these channels. It's ruined my life, and I can't say anything about it. The poster later revealed they were the oldest of 3 siblings, aged between 15 and 17, which made many assume it was Addison from the family of nomads. Who actually made the post was never confirmed, although there was still plenty of evidence that it was Addison.
Addison has struggled with their mental health for many years. Addison is currently back in treatment and won't be in our content during this time. To protect Addison during this time, we would like to ask for privacy on this matter.
I always knew the van thing was...
Y'all know what I always think? Who thinks in their head, like, you feel me? I'm feeling a little down today. Let me just post on Reddit. Like, who thinks who thinks to write something on Reddit? Like, I really be thinking that sometimes. Like, who thinks to write on Reddit?
What the mom wanted, not the kids, especially Addison. Understandably, people wanted Addison herself to share the real story, but no one expected it to actually happen. In a now deleted TikTok, Addison finally revealed what life was really like. The first massive red flag was, I was made to sign an NDA by my mom, saying I couldn't talk about her on the internet. But wait, it gets even worse. She said her mom used her mental health as an excuse to switch to van life, while Addison thought it was just a short vacation, not something permanent.
To start maybe for like a couple days or like maybe a couple weeks, maybe just go camping, but not for 3 years.
On top of that, Addison's health problems were another reason she despised living in the van.
Camping full time as a child, depression, anxiety, autism, those kinds of things was not a very good mix.
As a result, her condition got even worse, and eventually she was diagnosed with an ED. Yet despite knowing all of this, the mother still chose to do nothing.
What's an ED, y'all?
My mom easily, in my opinion, could have noticed. She did notice, in fact, that I was struggling, and she chose not to do anything about it until I came clean to her.
After
It's hot, bro. I can't do this. I can't fake it. I can't take it anymore. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot, bro. It's hot. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's hot.
After finally getting treatment, as expected, she ended up with even more social issues later on.
And I ended up not having many friends. I ended up not being able to learn how to take care of myself. I ended up having terrible social anxiety. To this day, I still have terrible social anxiety. I was not able to develop that part of my life living in a camper.
Addison has since vanished from the videos completely. Following that, the parents also quit van life and are now divorced, with the mother now identifying as a lesbian. Meanwhile, Addison has left her mother and now lives with her.
So y'all divorced and you just say, man, I need him anyway. I'm gay. That's what she basically did. You know what? You want to break up with me? You know what? I'm going to get him back harder. I'm gay. That's what she did.
Her grandparents. But not all van life kids were that lucky, especially the kids from the Wild Thorn Baileys. The family of 6 lived in this RV and first went viral for how terribly small their kids' beds were. Those kids are gonna have a hard time in there. How is this even acceptable? All 4 kids slept in the same cramped room, on the same beds, while of course the parents had a massive bed and full privacy. That same month, they renovated their entire RV, but the kids' sleeping situation didn't improve at all. What kind of renovation is this? At least give them a bigger room. They have no space. They responded to the backlash in the cringiest way imaginable.
RV kids have all the space in the entire country. It just doesn't look like the isolated box that you call a bedroom. And a fish can only grow as big as the tank it lives in.
Ma'am, the outside isn't their bedroom. To make matters worse, the kids' only privacy came from some curtains in their tiny room. And even after all the criticism, the mother kept defending it.
All the time, and a lot of times people assume. So thank you for asking and not just saying, oh, but they don't have any privacy. Our number one answer is always communication and boundaries. An example of that would be Ellie today said, I want to stay home and have some alone time. So Josh took all 3 of the kids to the pool and I am outside while she got alone time in the RV. She basically had the entire RV.
Nigga, she didn't want you by the RV either. How about you went to go take your ass where those 3 kids went? She didn't want you there either. She clearly wanted to do something. What if she wanted to invite her boyfriend over? What if she wanted to watch some exclusive content? And you just want to stand outside for 2 hours?
RV to herself for an hour and a half.
Wow, an entire hour and a half. Kids need stability and this life is not stable. But wait, their education was even more unstable. They described it as road schooling, world schooling, or homeschooling, yet didn't follow any real structure. Instead, just learned from other families and museums.
Kids have learned so much from other nomadic families, like one of our daughter's best friends is teaching her Spanish and more about her culture. Constantly visiting historical monuments, science museums, and national parks. They aren't going to have to go through that college phase of trying to figure out what they want, who they are, and what career they even want to do.
I wonder how visiting museums guarantees a secure future, which isn't entirely wrong. But if you set the criticism aside, at least their kids were learning something. Unfortunately, the same couldn't be said for Wild family life. For starters, the family met a homeless junkie on the street who now lives in the van with her 3 kids, and her ex-husband. Homeless boyfriend and ex-
So let me get this straight. You live with a homeless person, and your ex-husband? Girl, something wrong with your ass. Y'all must have didn't grow up in the hood, bro. Because somebody from the hood not doing that.
Ex-husband living together with your 3 kids? Interesting, for sure. But it gets even more bizarre. Everyone lives inside this van, and here's where the kids sleep.
This is basically my son's room. We can separate that. We do it with a blanket. We could build something as well if he wishes, or this privacy, blah blah blah. My daughter, she played earlier, and she has here a box with Lego. This box is her messy box. There she just squeezes in everything, and in the evenings before she goes to bed, that's also her bed up here. She cleans that up so she has.
The ex-husband sleeps up front while the boyfriend and the mom share the back, separated from the kids by just a blanket. And when people criticized the lack of privacy and how cramped the space was, she said, "We have the biggest front yard."
Hey, well, y'all think I ain't gonna lie, I think the homeless dude and the ex-boyfriend running the train on her. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Lots of quiet, lonely places around to go our separate ways. I think this is how kids go into depression. Yet the mother defended everything by saying this.
People think, oh, poor children, but trust me, my children, they wake up with a smile in their face. They go to bed with a smile in their face.
But that wasn't even the biggest criticism. The kids were homeschooled, but the mother only helped them if needed, as they didn't follow any real program. Instead, they followed this.
Technically, I don't follow any curriculum. Like, we have this app my kids learning with. They set their times each day. They do that by themselves. There's nothing I have to do. They really take their devices by themselves, sit down and learn. Sometimes they write, like when they have to write something, and they sit down and write. They have their booklet.
There's nothing I have to do. Preparing kids to go homeless through homeschooling fixed it. And when people doubled down, warning how this could seriously affect the kids' futures, the mother responded with this.
The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion.
Unsurprisingly, it didn't help at all. And this single comment pretty much captures all of these families. This is the life parents want, not the kids. Kids are just dragged along with no education, no privacy, no space, and end up with serious social and mental.
I ain't gonna lie, no privacy is crazy, bro. I need my privacy, bro. I'm telling you, I need my privacy, bro. He's like, bro, you gotta be up to his privacy too. It's like, come on, man. But you think like the other comes to start up notification, we never cancel the video. And I ain't gonna lie, 100K for life. Love y'all. Y'all see my new swag. And then I think I'm Duke.